So, for those who are new to this stream, one thing that we do every week is crash. So I just got a blue screen, which of course is wonderful. Thankfully I saved not long ago, so the only delay was the computer restarting itself rather than having to make a huge amount of progress. So I just need to talk to this Guardian again.
I bid you welcome, Pilgrim.
And I'll be making the same dialogue choices as well.
You have come to honor Andraste, and you shall, if you prove yourself worthy. Still, you must prove
given that you saw
yourself
the dialogue choices
worthy.
last time.
It is not my place to decide your worthiness. The gauntlet does that. If you are found worthy, you will see the urn and be allowed to take a small pinch of the ashes for yourself. If not, before you go, there is something I must ask. I see that the path that led you here was not easy. There is suffering in your past. Your suffering, and the suffering of others. Jarwin was discovered by the Templars. You were helping him. Tell me, do you think you failed, Jarwin?
This is about where we got to last time, saying there's more I could have done.
Thank you. That is all I wish to know.
You are too hard on yourself. No one's perfect.
Accept your failings, but do not let them govern your life.
You could not have known what would happen. You did what you thought was best.
And what of those that follow you? Alistair, Knight, and Warden. You wonder if things would have been different if you were with Duncan on the battlefield. You could have shielded him from the killing blow. You wonder, don't you, if you should have died and not him?
Yes. If Duncan had been saved and not me, everything would be better. If I just had the chance, maybe I...
Ask your question, Guardian. I am ready.
You are ever the advisor, ready with a word of wisdom. Do you wonder if you spout only platitudes, burned into your mind in the distant past? Perhaps you are only a tool, used to spread the word of the Circle and the Chantry. Does doubt ever chip away at your truths?
You framed the statement in the form of a question, yet you already know our answers. There is no sense in hiding, is there? Yes, I do doubt at times. Only the fool is completely certain of himself.
And you? Why do you say the Maker speaks to you, when all know that the Maker has left? He spoke only to Andraste. Do you believe yourself her equal?
I never said that.
In Orlais you were someone. In Lothering, you feared you would lose yourself, become a drab sister, and disappear. When your brothers and sisters of the cloister criticized you for what you professed, you were hurt, but you also reveled in it. It made you special. You enjoyed the attention, even if it was negative.
You're saying that I made it up for the attention? I did not. I know what I believe.
The way is open. Good luck.
Well,
And may you find what you seek.
that was Andraste's arrows. Interrupt spellcasting. Inventory is full. Okay, that's in the soundtrack. That's weird.
shall be done.
Okay. I see names. Maker's first children. Maker's first creations were the spirits, glorious beings that populated the many spires of the Golden City. The Chant of Light says that they revered the Maker with unquestioning devotion. The Maker, however, was dissatisfied, although the spirits were like him in that they could manipulate the ether and create from it. They did not do so. They had no urge to create, even when instructed to do so, possessed no imagination to give their creations ingenuity or life. The Maker realized his own folly. He had created the spirits to resemble him in all but one and most important way. They did not have a spark of the divine within them. He expelled all the spirits out of the Golden City and into the Fade and proceeded on to his next creation, life. It seems a bit... you're not quite right. Out with you! The Maker created the world and the living beings upon it, separated from the Fade by the Veil. His own children would be able to shape the world around them, and thus would need to struggle to survive. Would be unable to shape the world around them and thus need to struggle to survive. In return for their struggle, the Maker gave them the spark of the divine, a soul, and he watched with pleasure as his creations flourished and showed all the ingenuity they need hope for. So spirits don't have souls. Okay. The spirits grew jealous of the living and coaxed them into the Fade when they slept. The spirits wished to know more of life, hoping to find a way to regain the Maker's favour. Through the eyes of the living, they experienced new concepts: love, fear, pain, and hope. The spirits reshaped the Fade to resemble the lives and concepts that they saw. Each spirit desperately tried to bring the most dreamers to their realm so they could vicariously possess the spark of the divine through them. As the spirits grew in power, however, some of them became contemptuous of the living. These were the spirits that saw the darkest pieces of the dreamers. Their lands were places of torment and horror, and they knew the living were strongly drawn to places that mirrored those dark parts of themselves. The spirits questioned the Maker's wisdom and proclaimed the living inferior. They learned from the darkness they saw and became the first demons. Rage, hunger, sloth, desire, pride. These are the dark parts of the soul that give demons their power, the hooks they use to claw their way into the world of the living. It was the demons that whispered into the minds of men, convincing them to turn from the Maker to worship false gods. They seek to possess all life as their due, forging kingdoms of nightmare in the Fade in hopes of one day storming the walls of heaven itself. And the Maker despaired once again. He had given the power of creation to his new children, and in return they had created sin. Okay. Hello.
Echoes from a shadow realm, whispers of things yet to come. Thought's strange sister dwells in night, is swept away by dawning light. Of what do I speak?
Dreams.
A dream came upon me as my daughter slumbered beneath my heart. It told of her life, and of her betrayal and death. I am sorrow and regret. I am a mother weeping bitter tears for a daughter she could not save.
Okay, that was interesting.
The smallest lark could carry it, while a strong man might not.
A song?
Of what do I speak?
Tune. A coconut. A coconut is an option.
Yes, I was Andraste's dearest friend in childhood, and always we would sing. She celebrated the beauty of life, and all who heard her would be filled with joy. They say the Maker himself was moved by Andraste's song, and then she sang no more of simple things.
Andraste's friend in childhood, and yet wearing the same style of clothes as people wear these days. Okay. What's your riddle, Lady Vasilia?
An eye for an eye, a tooth for a tooth. The debt of blood must be paid in full. Of what do I speak?
Vengeance, that's not even...
Yes, my husband Hysarion would have chosen a quick death for Andraste. I made him swear that she would die publicly with her war leaders. that all would know the Imperium's strength. I am justice. I am vengeance. Blood can only be repaid in blood.
Right. Thane Shelton.
I'd neither a guest nor a trespasser be. In this place I belong, that belongs also to me. Of what do I speak?
Oh.
It was my dream for the people to have a home of their own, where we would have no masters but ourselves. The enemy of my enemy is my friend, and thus we followed Andraste against the Imperium. But she was betrayed, and so were we.
Oh, Lily leveled up off that riddle. Codex. Bonus to armor penetration, stealth. I'll get stealth. Figure out how to use it later. Harvard.
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace, veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
I missed the beginning of that.
The bones of the world stretched towards the sky's embrace,
Right.
veiled in white, like a bride greeting her groom. Of what do I speak?
Some things.
Yes. I carried Andraste's ashes out of Tevinter into the mountains to the east, where she could gaze ever into her Maker's sky. No more fitting a tomb than this could we find.
Cathay.
No man has seen it, but all men know it. Lighter than air, sharper than any sword. Comes from nothing, but will fell the strongest armies. Of what do I speak?
Oh, hunger.
Yes, hunger was the weapon used against the wicked men of the Tevinter Imperium. The Maker kindled the sun's flame, scorching the land. Their crops failed, and their armies could not march. Then he opened the heavens and bade the waters flow, and washed away their filth. I am Cathay, disciple of Andraste and commander of her armies. I saw these things done, and knew the Makers smiled on us.
Matharath.
A poison of the soul, passion's cruel counterpart. From love she grows, till love lies
Jealousy?
slain. Of what do I speak?
Religion. Jealousy.
Yes.
Wait, was children an option?
Jealousy drove me to betrayal. I was the greatest general of the Alamari, but beside her I was nothing. Hundreds fell before her on bended knee. They loved her, as did the Maker. I loved her too. But what man can compare with a god?
Hessarian.
She wields the broken sword and separates true kings from tyrants. Of what do I speak?
Mercy?
Yes, I could not bear the sight of Andraste's suffering, and Mercy bade me end her life. I am the penitent sinner, who shows compassion as he hopes compassion will be shown to him.
Okay. Shawan!
Had fun with the riddle game?
You're not Joan.
I didn't think I'd fool you. But am I really a spirit, or is all this in your mind? Are you in the Fade, perhaps? Honestly, I don't know. I am part of the Gauntlet, I am Jowan, I am you. All these statements are true.
And what's your purpose then?
To speak to you and to offer advice. You have wondered many times if what happened to me was your doing. Perhaps if we'd taken another route or we'd been more prepared, things would be different. But it is too easy to obsess over what if and what could have been. These thoughts will eat away at you if you let them. Forgive yourself, just as I have forgiven you. I have something for you. Use it well. It makes me happy, knowing you will be the mage that I never could.
Items received. My inventory is now at 91 out of 90. Reflection. Constitution and 15% to healing effects received. I assume that's what I just got from it. Okay, there's a left or right choice. Saving game. Okay, you're already earthquaking, so if you can... Oh, it's us. Right. Let's take our win. Like they did! Okay.
What?
Let's make this quick. I'll do it.
Okay. That could have gone better. Just didn't even make it out of there. Okay. Use the injury kit. Okay. That was
Uh-oh. I'm terrible at puzzles.
Andraste loved disciples as she loved the Maker. As we have faith in the Maker, so we must have faith in our friends.
Hey, you see those thingies over on the side of that huge chasm? I bet they're used for something. Maybe I should touch them or stand on them?
Alistair, normal people tend to avoid strange-looking sections of floor thingies, as you say. They tend to be traps.
You don't really think they're traps, do you?
Well, I'm not able to see them as such.
That part of the bridge looks like it's there, but I don't think it is. Try something else.
I don't know whether that's a good glow or a bad glow.
That's it! That's an actual bridge piece right there. If we can get all the bridge pieces to be solid, we can make it across.
Right. Oh. There we are. No, not...
Of course.
Hmm?
As you like.
I'm here for you.
Ah! What? Okay. I am not seeing a pattern to any of this.
Of course.
Let's go.
I'm here. Perhaps only one of us needs to go on. There may be a lever or a switch on the other side if we're lucky.
Right.
can't move off that. Nope. Is there a pattern I'm not recognizing?
Your wish.
This isn't a puzzle, it's just randomness. Everyone just off for now. Right. That one does the first one. I am going to need to write this down because right, so that third one on that side is connected to that. The first one on that side is connected to that. So that's the second one on that side. The first one is connected to that. This would make much more sense writing numbers than trying to draw lines. So that goes 3, 4, 1. Mana get off. 3, 4, 1, 4. Also 4. So we're on 3 4s so far. Add a 2. Right. Lily. 3. 1 and 2. 1, 2 and 3. 3 and 4. 2. Okay, so you go to that one.
I am here.
You're closest. Go to that one. Okay. There should be 2 doing 2 and 3 at the moment. Why is 2 not solid? 3, 1 is solid. That's a 1 and a 2. What? That's a 1 and a 2. That's a 2 and a 3. What the fuck? Do you need a crossover of 3 to make it solid? Okay, so 1 and 2. What? You go to the 1 on that side.
Your wish?
Win. Stand there, please. What? Those are the only 3 that have 1 on. Something must have gone wrong here. Don't worry, this makes for as thrilling gameplay as it makes for watching.
What?
Four, 2, 1, 4, 3. 3, 1 and 2. Stay still and let me see. 1, 2 and 3. 3 and 4. 2. Are there degrees of transparency? It looks like they might be. So, win. Stand there. What? Win. Stand there. No.
Hey.
Pardon? Okay, this makes less sense now I've looked it up. BioWare, your puzzles suck. Okay, 4 people standing on things has no effect. It has to be done by 3. Let's ignore the double ones for now, because apparently they're just shit.
Let's go.
Yeah, it'd be fucking great if we could, wouldn't it, Alistair? Right. Nope, you have to stand there for 1 to remain solid. You have to stay there for 1 to remain solid. You just pushed Lily off a button. Oh. Why did you make the blocks the same colour as the mist in the chasm? Yeah, you know what, sure. Just... let's cheat this. I'm not going to get satisfaction through getting it right. Things... the things I've been told make no sense. Alistair. Go to that one. Lily. No, you're not Lily.
Hey.
Lily. Go to that one. No, go to that one. That's 3, 4. Win. Thought I was fucking getting somewhere. I know John's posting. I haven't got it on my phone. No, I think I'm just getting it. I think. So, 2 is secure. So I can move people off 1s and onto 2s. Lily can move. No, she can't. Oh, not you win! For fuck's sake! Right. Alistair can move to that one. No. He needs to move to a solid 3. I think. That doesn't help.
Ask me anything.
Yes?
Hey, BioWare's puzzle writers. Fuck you in the boat you rode in on.
Let's go.
Yes, please.
Alistair here.
I noticed. Now, that time I failed was when I actually followed John's instructions. R4, so that's the 2-3. Wynn needs to stay where she is to keep that secured.
You need me?
Right. That's 3 secured. Nope, that's still only 2 secured. Why? They're both 3. Okay. Now Wynn can move. Can Lily move? Nope! Nope! Lily can't move. going to say, John, L1 and R1 are both 3. If it makes a difference, this puzzle is ridiculous. Right. Now, Lily. Alistair. Alistair, fucking move. Wynn can now move off 2.
I am ready.
To the 4 position.
Of course.
Can Lily now move to a 4?
Andraste only favored the clever, it seems.
That wasn't clever. Its rules were inconsistent. It was just bullshit. Right click to talk to the altar.
By the mate.
Make out an inscription carved into its face. Cast off the trappings of worldly life and cloak yourself in the goodness of spirit. King and slave, lord and beggar, be born anew in the Maker's sight. Why are you still covered in blood? I'm just gonna save before walking through fire.
You have been through the trials of the Gauntlet. You have walked the path of Andraste, and like her, you have been cleansed. You have proven yourself worthy, Pilgrim. Approach the sacred ashes.
Why did everyone else have to take the clothes off? And how did I get mine back? Just brief near nudity. Don't want no robes here, but apparently Wynn's thong's fine.
I never dreamed I would ever lay my eyes on the urn of sacred ashes. I have no words to express.
I didn't think anyone could succeed in finding Andraste's final resting place. But here she is.
I could not have asked for a greater honor than to be here. I will never forget this feeling.
Let's take a pinch. And leave. Okay, there are 2 doors. Unfortunate adventurer.
I shall do it.
Ah, I was hoping it had done the same as it did when I had negative money. But no. Oh, all my inventory is yellow because for a while I didn't have it. Great. You know what? That might help to have. Let's make that. And just to save some space in your inventory, let's not do that. We've got a great sword in his second slot. Golden Demon Pendant. Belt of the Magister Lord. More spell power. Reading that looks. Okay. That opens mountaintop. That opens mountaintop. However, that opens mountaintop. Oh, chests.
It's done.
No, it's not.
Right away.
Because this opens the mountaintop on a different side of the mountain to the dragon. No, it doesn't. It just takes you to the same door.
Of course.
Okay, she moves more slowly and everyone else moves with her. Oh, wind's leveled up. Yeah, just more magic. And petrify this time. Because I was having difficulty deciding last time. Let's not attack the dragon. I like how the ruined temple is right here next to all these hot streams.
Very well.
And yet the inside is still ice. And it's a long way that away to get to that away to get to Volcano. Now, you know what? And Jenna TV is, of course, fine.
Welcome back. You were gone for quite some time. Well, did you find it?
Yes! Showing the pouch.
Is that? Oh, there's some dust on. No, that's not dust. Oh, Maker, I'm not worthy to look upon. What was it like? Coming to the urn, I mean.
It's just a stone flask with a burnt woman inside. No, I'm not going with that one. Grueling. There were tests.
Tests? Interesting. Very interesting. Perhaps my research will not seem so much like blasphemy to the Chantry now. We must organize an expedition. There is so much history here, it must be studied. And pilgrims should be allowed to come to the urn.
Many will try to exploit it.
But the urn belongs to all the faithful. How can you deny this to them? No, we must share it.
I agree. We cannot withhold this from others. It is not our place.
You have noble intentions, Brother Genitivi. But can you say the same of your brethren in the Chantry?
So everyone comes by and takes some ashes from the urn. Ooh, I hope that urn is self-replenishing.
I will spread this good news or die trying.
If anything bad comes of it, it's your fault.
I must return home. I have much to do. If you ever find yourself in Denerim, please visit me. I am not a rich man, but I have a small collection of interesting artifacts, and I do owe you a reward for coming to my rescue. I hope to see you soon, my friend.
Well... gather your party and venture forth. Yeah. Ooh, ruined temple is now a place. Let's go to camp first. Sell loads of stuff. I got some stuff for you.
You and your friends are formidable folk, indeed. It's good to have you along on the road. I'm sure you'll be pleased with the goods my boy and I have collected, and with your discount.
Right. At this point, I'll pause again, because it's been about an hour since the crash. I will sell a load of stuff, and come back after I've sold stuff. Bye.